Hey guys, it's Jimmy from A Kid's Opinion, and I'm done with my by the time this video is done, I'm going to be done with my office ranking all of the 25 characters. So I was gone from YouTube for like 10 days about. Some of those days might have just been me not posting a video. Like the last 7 or 8 especially was because I was on a vacation around like national parks and stuff, which was cool. But now I'm back and I'm gonna start doing more videos. So one thing is my birthday was actually 1 week ago. So I'm gonna do some sort of birthday ranking, which is a surprise. A new show called Sweet Tooth came out. I'm gonna review that, and I can say happily that I am making great progress watching the Conjuring and Saw franchises, so I'll probably be able to do rankings when it comes to that stuff. So yeah, now let's get to it. There's going to be characters 5 to 1, and in 5th place is going to be Kevin Malone. So like I said before, those characters that just play off of each other, he's just one of them. He's always rootable, he's always likable. There may be one time where it's like, Kevin, you're kind of being mean. But, most of the times if he's being mean, it's, like, funny, and it's always making you laugh. Like, my dad, he watches The Office. He's more of a skeptic with the show. He wasn't too big on it, and then his favorite character is Kevin. He laughs every time Kevin is on the screen. Baumgartner, I hear him talk in real life. He gives a really good performance as Kevin Malone, and that's what Kevin's in place. He's just so consistently funny, and you root for him every time, even though he does stupid things. And as the show keeps going on, he gets more dumb. And even though that's kind of why the show got bad, because it stopped being smart humor and started being crazy humor, but it works for Kevin. In 4th place is going to be Dwight Schrute. Dwight could have been higher, but there was just that season 6 thing that really ruined him for me. But when they do it right, his rivalry with Jim is funny and not annoying. When they do it right, and for the most part, they do it right, and it's funny. Dwight's just a funny character. The stupid stuff he does. Especially in season 9 when he, towards the end of the show, starts being a little nice, realizing that people around him are nice, and it's just really nice to see Dwight in his best version ever. And he also kind of has a character arc of when he becomes friends with Jim. I feel like he really becomes a much better person by the end of the show. He is a really good character arc. The only character arc that I feel is better than his is the character who's ranked number 3. Just Dwight he's always funny. It's not like Creed or Kevin where they're there to be funny. Dwight also has you can relate to him. He goes through things where you feel for him. He does things that you kind of disagree with. But mostly he's a very funny and oftentimes inconsistently consistent character. I think I said that with Creed. He's just always making me laugh. Not always, but very often, and enough that I can say that Dwight is a great character. In 3rd place is going to be Pam Halpert, and she, again, has a great character arc throughout the show. And she starts off being really quiet, and in season 3, she has an epiphany where she's I'm not gonna take it from everyone. I'm gonna say what I want. I'm gonna say she's gonna take a stand for herself, and it really you're happy for it because you look at her in season 2 and you look at her in season 7. Some of the stuff in season 7 that she doesn't put up with, season 2 Pam would have. So it's a really good character arc with her. She plays off with some of the other characters. That does lead for laughs with those other characters. She's a very rootable character. You're always rooting for her. And she's, again, another character that when bad things happen for her, you feel it. You feel the emotion. You're not just oh, boo-hoo, good for you. No, you actually feel it and you are sad. for her and with her. Just a very good character. And Jenna Fischer is, I think she did win an award in season 3. Very deserving of that, I just have to say. In second place is going to be Jim Halpert. And previous times I've looked over this list, I've had Jim at number 1, but I decided not to have him number 1, mainly because, well, I mean, part of the reason is the character that I chose to make number 1 is an awesome character, and, like, the second reason is the season 6 Jim had some problems, but season 9 Jim, for the most part, just doesn't feel like Jim at all. He's a huge jerk. Like, if you look back, you can see some of the things he did for Pam, and then you look at season 7, and you're just like, you look at season 9, and you're like, how do these two things even, like, relate? But on the other hand, he leads some jokes with Dwight, but again, a rootable character. You are always rooting for him. There's some things that he does that I wouldn't do, like some of the pranks on Dwight, but it's funny to watch, and you can understand where he's coming from, and he's always, a good character to see on screen. Like, him and Michael and Dwight and Pam, like, those are really the 4 characters that the show would feel different without, and Jim, like, especially. I don't know, like, the dynamics with Pam, the dynamics with Michael, the dynamics with Dwight, that would all be gone, but because he's here, you get all those dynamics with these main other characters that is funny, heartwarming, and really makes you like the show. But in first place is Michael Scott. Sometimes he can be a jerk, sometimes he can be very inconsiderate, and sometimes he can be stupid. That's like the perks of Michael Scott. He is, you root for him, you feel emotion, like I've been saying before, you feel emotion when he gets brought down, but that's cranked up. You're always laughing at it. You're always laughing at his jokes, you're always laughing at all the things he does, but that's cranked up to 10. Like, both things that I've been talking about, what is happening with the character is good. Like, the main two things, Michael Scott, like, excels at both of those. Steve Carell, great performance. I'm a big fan of Anchorman, and he gives 2 different types of performances in both movies, in the movie and the TV show. And he's just so, like, Steve Carell as Michael Scott is just a, like, perfect casting. I'm happy that they didn't pick anyone else. It makes me not want to watch the UK Office, even though that came first, so respect. But I don't want to see, like, a different guy try to do what Michael Scott did. Steve Carell did what Ricky Gervais did. Yeah, but I still find, like, he's just such an iconic character in this show that I don't want to think about, really, there's nothing different. He's, like, almost a perfect character. Like, I wouldn't have altered anything that happened with him. Because even when he's mean to characters, it's kind of a little bit of a resolution in the end. And even with Toby, it's not so mean-spirited that it makes the show sour for you. So, like, almost every decision with Michael is good. There's never a season where he feels like a huge jerk. There's never a time, or an episode where you just, like, are so mad at him. You even when he's being stupid and kind of being in a jerk mood, you do feel bad for him, like Scott's Tots, where he did a stupid thing, but you feel bad for him. So yes, Michael Scott comes in at number 1. So I finally finished up this ranking. It's part 5 of 5. So I'm going to be doing more videos that I talked about. So please like and subscribe, comment in the comment section, give me suggestions on how to improve my channel, and even though I already have, like, a layout of videos, I would love to do more. So yes, please give me recommendations. I'm Jimmy from A Kid's Opinion, and be good people.